And welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms, in your own story, in your own narrative, beloveds. It's so critical because right now we're witnessing, Babylon is doing a mergence of truth and fiction, of reality, real reality versus virtual reality. And if you do not have control over your mind and over your narrative, then they'll get you. Please watch my show of, how many souls are literally being harvested right now by the quote unquote metaverse. And it's always weaker spirits who haven't tapped into what they're doing here and why they're here. Because if you recognize you have a mission, then you don't have time to be part of anyone else's mission. And that's really important for us to recognize at such a time as this, beloveds. And a lot of you guys contact me, and I see it in the comments where you really want to help humanity. You want to be part of the solution. You want to fight the wicked one. You want to chant down Babylon. And that is a very important side, part of things. But I got a message from someone in my Patreon family who was asking, how can we really help, And a lot of people think helping is like coming and building a sustainable village in some village in the middle of some rural place in Africa, or helping locals. And you'll just find that really, beloveds, we can't do life for anyone. That's the greatest lie they've told us. And that's part of the Jesus complex. Like, Jesus, for me, okay, let me just say this. For me, Jesus represents a master teacher. And if you're familiar with the Council of Nice, is it Nicaea or Nicaea? I don't know how it's pronounced. You will see that the concept that they wanted, the image that they hijacked, was the image of the global teacher, the master teachers who would come to every race, who were almost like they were seen as gods when they appeared to their people. And, they would come and they would teach, but it was always to encourage. It was always to be like a master cheerleader, like teaching and preaching to get people to the finish line. You can't get to the finish line for anyone. All you can do is be an example of how to reach that physical finish line, but also to create that pathway in people's minds by being victorious in your own life and reaching the finish line, regardless of the great obstacles. So really, the way we help humanity right now, because remember, beloveds, I've said it's about the group consciousness. And Babylon right now has hijacked the group consciousness, which is what is making the spiritual rescue and the spiritual restoration a bit of a tug of war, because they have the minds of the people. And so, it's a delicate operation. Because if anything is done too quickly, like people's mental paradigms can't handle it. They can't handle seeing the millions of other beings that live amongst us, or knowing that we could possibly live on a flat earth. Many, many things, beloveds. But many people, just their mental structure, their mental foundation is too weak to handle some of the truths that are emerging. So we have to, what we're being called to, the reason we came in with all these powers and all these giftings, and we've had to like fight tooth and nail for our lives since day one, many of us, was so that we could live our best life and tell people about it, and let that be an inspiration to people. That's why they try and bring in envy and jealousy, because if I make it, me making it alone and sharing that story, or people just seeing me make it, will inspire so many other people to make it, beloveds. If I am able to reach the finish line in my own life and defeat the demons in my own life, and then graduate from that and start moving in healing abilities, it will expand the scope, what the group consciousness thinks healing is. It just takes one inspiration to change the paradigm of many of the things that are limiting our creative process, our true inheritance as creators. Because what Babylon does is a joke thing, beloveds. What they're creating and manipulating right now, this is just like the lowest level. There are so many dimensions for us to aspire to and to reach to. But for right now, we need to expand the possibilities that are within the group consciousness. And that also means really sharing those stories and narratives in their true context. Like, I wish we could make more movies about our people being kings, being Queen of Sheba, being, the richest man in the world. Is it Munsa Mansa or something like that? Who was beyond baller, beyond any trillionaire who exists right now. If we could show our people us winning, people reaching the highest mastery and then teaching that to others, if we could show our people, like, just expand the realm of possibilities. And I think once many of us have crossed that finish line, because that's what we're doing right now, many of us who are are the way showers, the chosen ones are the way showers. We are rushing to the finish line. We are defeating some high level demons. And in doing that in our own lives, it's like their minions fall, but other people have the courage to, to face their own demons once and for all. But once we do that, it will be like once we get into our positions of peace, of stability, of recovery, of great wealth and possibilities, it will be now to create those books, those movies. Use the same medium that they've used to brainwash us, to re-educate us, to rewash us, to create new realms of possibilities, especially in our children. Expanding the narrative as much as possible. And it will mean a lot of us putting energies into that, supporting people who are expanding the narratives, expanding the stories, who are coming and expanding the mind of our children. Because you can't get in the ring with everyone. Everyone has their own ring, literally, where they're fighting their own demons. But if I see you over there winning, it will give me that extra push to do what I need to do. And so to have the greatest impact in this world is to win in your own life, and then to move humbly in your power, like to show who you really are. Let the prophets come out and prophesy. Let the healers come out and heal and show how the Most High can use you. Because many of these demonic beings don't believe that you can literally resurrect someone with your hands through the Spirit of the Most High, that you can take disease from. They don't believe that. They think all of that are stories, but they're not stories. Many of those people who operated in those giftings, many of those master teachers are back right now, and they're about to come into those gifts. Because you see, there's a certain level that you will reach where, once you graduate from the things that hold you in this life, you become, all the lessons and gifts and prowess and expertise that you picked up in other lives kind of comes online. Because you're no longer limited by thinking you're just, you're YOLO. Like you only live once, you're out of that mindset. So all these other giftings from other lives will come into play. And that's where the magic really happens, beloveds. And that's what it's saying. Be bold, move in that, so that we create, so that we let the children know that Superman, Superwoman, those are real beings living here, and it's bigger and greater. It's not a cartoon thing. Those are real things. There are people here, the Titans, whatever you want to call it, those superheroes are amongst us, and they have to show themselves so that they expand, they push this realm of possibility wide open. Until next time, Tuko pamoja.